नमस्कार, आप देख रहे हैं बीबीवी टीवी और मैं हूं आपके साथ ईशा गर्ग। आईआईटी मदर्स में आयोजित एक विशेष संवाद में जहां युवा प्रतिभाएं और आगामी पीढ़ी की सोच सामने आई, राहुल गांधी ने उन छात्रों से बातचीत की जिन्होंने न केवल अपनी शैक्षिक सफलता में उत्कृष्टता हासिल की है, बल्कि समाज के प्रति अपनी जिम्मेदारी को भी साझा है। राहुल गांधी का मानना है कि सफलता की परिभाषा को बदलने का समय अब आ चुका है। इसके लिए सिर्फ व्यक्तिगत सफलता ही नहीं, बल्कि सामूहिक उन्नति और समाज के हित में काम करना भी महत्वपूर्ण है। राहुल गांधी ने छात्रों को ये प्रेरणा दी कि वो अपनी तकनीकी क्षमताओं का इस्तेमाल न सिर्फ अपनी सफलता के लिए, बल्कि समाज की भलाई के लिए भी करें, ताकि हम एक समृद्ध और समानतापूर्ण समाज का निर्माण कर सकें। आइए सुनते हैं राहुल गांधी ने क्या कुछ कहा।
Get a sense of what you're thinking. How would you define success?
A one-word answer: happiness.
Success is journey. There is no stoppable in success.
Like anything which does for the betterment of the humanity, I would consider success. Which like anything which like helps people around me.
I'd say a sense of fulfillment in whatever you're doing. So whatever your goals are, whatever your visions are, as long as you're happy in the journey and in the moment, I'd say that is a success for me.
Nobody said money, huh?
So I was coming to that.
Or you're being polite or what?
Success is helping yourself grow, and then that leads to growth of all the people. So one asset is money, and the other is care and development of the society as a whole.
But generally, if you were to ask me how I would define success, I would say somebody who observes his surroundings or her surroundings accurately and maneuvers around them in an efficient manner. That would include things like dealing with fear, dealing with greed, dealing with anger, dealing with other people. That's how I would define success.
So, considering your long interaction in politics, especially in Indian politics, we were wondering what were the issues that we focused on before when we started out, or like if, say 10 years back, and what are the issues that we are focusing on today? Or
We, as in us, or me, or as the country?
as the country, and also we would like to know that what do you think that we should focus more on? What should be part of the national conversation more?
So, in the Congress and the UPA, we generally believe that the resources should be distributed more fairly. Growth should be wider. In the BJP, they are more aggressive on growth, and they tend to believe that you can focus resources. They believe on what is in economic terms called trickle down. On the social front, we feel that the more harmonious society is, the less people are fighting, the better it is for the country. That would be, on the sort of social side. On the international relations front, probably be some differences with regards to the way we relate to other countries, but broadly it will be similar.
Hello, sir. My name is Swapnanil. In the state of global unrest, what is your vision of what India's role should be when it comes to treading the line of non-alignment while at the same time promoting democracy overseas?
So the single most important thing going forward is how India navigates this conflict between China and America. And really between the Americans and the Chinese, one key question is what is going to happen to India. This gives India a couple of things. In a situation where the two superpowers are going head to head, we have a balancing equation. We have a balancing ability, right? So we can say that we are either your friend or your friend, and we want this from you and we want that from you. So India is in a space where it can get quite a lot more than its power would give it. And so if India intelligently walks through this thing without getting stuck or without making a major mistake, then we might benefit from it.
Namaskar, sir. Sir, your father, Honorable Sri Rajiv Gandhi ji, founded Jawaharlal Nehru Vidyalaya, a pioneering step towards quality education for CBSE, especially in rural India. Recently, according to UDAS 2021 data, the net enrollment ratio for secondary and higher secondary education is around 53% and 35%. Additionally, our quality is not up to the required global standard. So what are your policies and what is Congress Party's vision to increase the enrollment rate and quality as well as accessibility to everyone for education?
I feel that a country needs to guarantee quality education to its people. And I don't think that the best way to guarantee quality education to our people is to privatize everything. Because frankly, when you bring the sort of financial incentive into the game, you don't actually give a quality education. I mean, I've said this many times, the best institutions in our country are government institutions, yours being one of them, right? And so I argue for much more money being spent in education by governments. I also have serious problems with the way our education system is set up. I don't think our education system allows the imagination of our children to thrive. You might not agree with me, but I think it's a very restrictive system, top-down system, and I don't think it is broad enough, right? It's very narrow. I mean, I walked from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, and I must have spoken to thousands of kids, and I asked them, what do you want to do? Lawyer, doctor, engineer, army. It can't be that there are only 5 things to do in this country. But that's what our education system is pushing. That, success, as we said, success as far as our education system is concerned is if you're an engineer or a doctor, you join the IAS, IPS, or then you get into the forces. And really, that's just going to be 1% of our population. Maximum 2. 90% of our population is never going to do this, right? So the whole thing is geared towards this 1 or 2% who are going to become engineers, doctors, and then poor fellows, when they don't succeed, then they are, they're depressed and they're upset that I couldn't make it. But really, it's impossible for 90% of India to become engineers and doctors, and it's not even required. I mean, it doesn't make sense.